Hi guys, so I had an amazing experience and I really want to tell you about it. And so my experience goes like this. I was on my walk and I was talking to God. Basically outward praying, just being like, I'm really confused. And then I was like, well, I'm not confused. I guess I'm just unfocused and unclear about where I want to go or how I want to get there. And so I was like, oh, I don't understand. I don't know what to do anymore. Help me. What's blocking me? That's what I didn't understand. What was blocking me? And then all of a sudden, this little dog comes out of nowhere and starts barking like crazy at me. I mean, just bark, 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 bark. I move to the left, moves over there and barks at me. Move to the right, goes over there and barks at me. Try to go straight, moves over there and barks at me. Try to go backwards and literally follows me, barking me. And I was like, God, what is wrong with this dog? Why is it so angry at me? And and then the owner calls it back home and, I start my walk again and everything's fine. And then I realized that was a sign. That was an answer to my prayer. What's blocking me? It's me. I'm blocking me. And more to the point, my ego was blocking me. Now, the ego does have a purpose. It is to protect you, or at least to, perceive threats and be like, oh, there's a threat there. Oh, there's a threat there. And so, it barks at the threat. It says, oh, that's dangerous. Oh, that's not good. And so I realized that my ego was keeping me from getting out of my own comfort zone. Like, it was like, no, no, no. You're safe where you are. You're fine. And it basically created a perimeter just like that dog did. It trapped me. And my ego had trapped me. And I didn't see it at first. I was like, well, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing because I've been working with Deborah Bowen from GlammiesAngels.com and Marianne Moore from Akashic Inspirations. And we've been doing some amazing stuff. It's been really great, really fun, really exciting. And so, I thought, well, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing because this is also my Saturn return. And, I have two choices with this Saturn return. And it really hasn't done anything like super bad. Some people's Saturn returns are terrible and their lives fall apart because they're not doing what they're supposed to. But mine's been really great. Like, it hasn't done anything crazy because I'm already doing what I'm supposed to be doing, which is teaching. And, I'm a teacher over at KinderCare. And I love what I do. I absolutely adore it. It is one of my greatest passions. But then I have my other passion on the other side, which is spiritual teaching. And for me, I never thought I could really get there. I just thought, well, I'll just counsel people on the side. I'll do my readings. And that's it. Well, then I realized, I was like, that's my ego talking. I basically spiritualized my ego. And it was like, well, you don't want to go too far. Don't, and then it would bark at me. It would be like, you can't be a teacher. You're not there. There's no way you're there. And, it would bark at me and give me like these little, mean little things like, you're not there yet. There's no way you can do it. Who's going to listen to you? So forth and so on. And so I kind of, went back a little bit. As you notice with the videos and stuff, I basically haven't made any. Now, one part it has been I've been busy. But then on the other part, it has been, who really wants to listen? And then that's when it all just kind of came together. And that's what my amazing experience has been is, during my 30-minute walk, my eyes were wide open to see the pitfalls that my ego had set for me. And I looked back and thought, wow, look at this. Look what my ego has kind of put me through. And it was really just eye-opening for me to see that the ego is trying to protect me. But at the same time, I have to be powerful enough to go where I am guided. And if I'm guided to teach, then I'm guided to teach. And if I'm not, then I'm not. And I have to accept it and move on. And this all came from a dog barking at me. So, God does work at, God, spirit, angels, whatever you want to call it, universal source works in phenomenal ways to show you. Once you ask, once you're open, and you've hit, I guess, you're rock bottom, you have nowhere else to go, you're like, help me out. That's when Spirit will step in. And it gives you this little message. And I mean, it was so simple, so easy to be, just to open up to it. And so, yeah, I had to hit this kind of, confusion, dazed, I don't know what to do anymore phase, and to get this message. But I got it. It's loud and clear. And I'm sharing it with you. And the basic message is you have to go past your own comfort zone. You have to believe in yourself. And you have to go forward where you are guided to. Wherever that might be. For me, teaching isn't outside of my comfort zone, but spiritual teaching is, because I don't know anything about it. I only know what I see from others, from Cryon of Magnetic Service, or Sonia, Sonia's my idol. I think she's amazing. And I'm like, well, what information can I give that's going to be the same? It's going to be the same as hers. And then, but that's my ego barking at me again. Because I may say it in a different way than she does that may hit someone else differently. So that is the main message here, is to get past that little barking dog. You are in control of it. You can tell it to, just like that owner did, stop. And it stopped. And then it came back home. So remember, you are the master of your own ego. You control it. Don't let it control you. Remember that, Albert Einstein, I believe it's Albert Einstein, said that we have kind of switched roles. It's supposed to be that the spirit is the master, while the ego the servant, but we switched that around, and we have now made the ego the master and the spirit the servant. So, let's go ahead and let's switch that paradigm a little bit, and let's start listening to our spirit and our intuition again, so we can be guided in the right direction. So I want to wish you all of my love, and have a fabulous Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. You're wonderful, you're fabulous, and keep on working it. All my love.